Hello everybody, thank you for joining my session today. My name is Alan Newman and I'm a Customer Success Manager. And my role is to help our users with the learning and utilisation of our Sims product. Today, I'm looking forward to showing you how you can get the best from the medical area of the Pupil Student Details page. We'll be taking a look at pupil welfare and how you can tailor some of the content within the medical record. But we can also ensure that staff are able to obtain key information about pupils' medical needs. So let's take a look in the software. In the pupil record, the quickest way to view medical information is to use the hyperlinks at the top. In our example, this is panel 7, and by clicking the medical link, this will take me down to the medical section, where I can record a raft of information from consent, dietary needs, medical notes and conditions. So let's take a look at some of these areas in more detail. First of all, emergency consent. So emergency consent can be used to indicate that consent has been obtained from the pupil's parents for the school to act in case of an accident. This is an item that can be updated individually by the tick box within the pupil record or via our bulk update routine, which I'll share with you now. By going to routines and into student and into bulk update. Today I'll be selecting the year group type of any, and this will bring through records for the whole school. I'll then select the data item as emergency consent and click search. This will show me my total numbers of pupils or students in school, along with those that I have consent and those that I do not, and perhaps I wish to update these values. By clicking the No column, this will bring all my results to the top. Today I'm going to be updating all these values as I've now received consent. Just by ticking the Yes column, this will move the ticks across, enabling me to update records in bulk and maintain this area easily. Once I've finished, I'll click Save, and this will update all those records in one hit. Moving back to the student record, we can also record the NHS number within the medical panel. The NHS number can help healthcare staff and service providers identify you correctly and match your details to your health records. And now this could be especially useful in the event of an accident where emergency services are required. We have the ability to record dietary needs. This is especially useful on school trips to identify allergies, ensuring the safeguarding and welfare of pupils. If I need to find pupils in school with the same dietary needs, I can make use of the dietary needs hyperlink. By clicking on the hyperlink to the left-hand side, this will open a new page that is printable and can be shared with relative members of staff if required. Here I can see the total numbers. In this instance, this is looking at gluten-free and the pupils that are associated. Should I wish to view their record, I can simply highlight and click Open, which will take me to their student record page. You can record the medical practices. These will be our GP surgeries, and many of these will already be within our Sim systems. Just a simple process of clicking New and browsing to the relative surgery. Should this be a brand new practice, this can be added via the Focus menu, down to Agency, and then Agencies, where we can simply enter the information and attach to the pupil record. Medical Notes is used to record any medical details which do not fit into the medical events or medical conditions panel. Medical conditions shouldn't be entered into the medical notes area, as this can impact other areas of the software along with reporting. You are able to update different areas of the medical area via the Sims lookups routine, which we'll cover when we look at the medical conditions panel. Within the medical notes section, we are able to record things such as care plans or photographs of injuries, or perhaps any medication that a pupil is taking in relation to their particular medical condition, or it could be perhaps a note about exercises that shouldn't be undertaken. For example, they shouldn't go swimming. And along with lots of different areas of SIMS, medical area is fully reportable. So let's just add a quick medical note for this particular pupil. If I click the new option, I can type summary. It can be descriptive as I want it. It's a free text area. Then I can add the actual note. I can then choose whether or not this note is made public, confidential, or private. To differentiate the different statuses we have available via the drop-down box, this is purely linked to SIMS permissions. If I select public, this will be available to all users of SIMS. If I select private, this will only be visible to the user that added the note. So care does need to be taken to ensure that all staff that need access to specific information are granted it. So caution should be taken when selecting this option. In terms of the confidential status, this is accessible by 3 different SIMS permission groups: the SENCO permission, the school administrator permission, and the senior management team. For example, today I'm just going to select the confidential option and then browse to the relative document. By doing so, this will attach to the student record and will be visible within SIMS when selected. Just select OK and then click Save. Moving down to the medical conditions area, this is actually used to record the specific medical condition of the pupil or students, which can be maintained and added to over time by the lookups routine, and can flag to different areas of SIMS. So if I open up this particular condition, you can see the date the information was received, but I could in turn also attach a document if required. But perhaps I want to add a new condition. This list will present me with the values that are currently available within mySIMS.net, but perhaps the value I'm after isn't available. So how do I go about adding to this particular list? What I need to do is go to our Lookups menu via Tools, Lookups, and then Maintain. If I type in Medical, this will bring me up 2 options, but today my focus is on the medical condition. This is a standard lookup. I can add my own codes and my own descriptions, although both the code and description must be unique in value. So I'm going to add a new condition here. Just by clicking on the new option, I can enter my unique code and then my value. I need to ensure that the box is ticked for active, and then click OK. Then hit Save. What I do need to do is to close and reopen SIMS so I'm able to use this within my student record. Having reopened SIMS, if I now go to add my new condition, I'll see that it's available for selection. I can add the date that was notified of the condition. This may be in the past or current day. I'm just going to select today, and then I can add further information or documents if applicable. Once I've finished, OK, and then save the record to update. Next section we have available is the medical events area. This can be used to record information such as immunisations, accidents, illnesses, or perhaps medication that we've received or administered. It is again a fully reportable area of SIMS. I'm just going to take a brief look at this area and how we've utilised it in our SIMS system. So within my student record, we've actually tailored the system to record medication received, also what the medication is, along with its start date and expiry date, so we can ensure that medication's in place as required. Also, we could use the medical events area for medical room visits, so again we can track pupils to see if there's any patterns or trends. Again, we could record times they visited within the notes section. Or perhaps it may be around accidents. And again, you can see in this scenario, we've actually recorded some notes. We'll be looking at the medical events area in more detail in our more in-depth look at the medical events area in the next video. But how do teachers or perhaps other members of staff, such as cover staff, get notifications about pupils that they have in their class that may have a medical condition? How do they go about discovering who they have in their class which may need additional support? What I'm going to do is go to the register. Within my register, I can right-click on the name column. This then gives me the option to select medical condition. And here, if I double-click, it will bring all the medical conditions that I have within my class. This is especially useful if this is brand new for me in this next academic year, for example. We do need to take care with these additional columns, especially if we're projecting onto an interactive screen that's visible by students, as this may garner questions from students as to what their conditions are. In order to view information, you just need to click on the relative student. You'll see that it turns an amber colour. I then can come over to the quick link side and go into student details. This links me directly into this pupil's record. Within here, I can use the hyperlinks once more to take me down to the medical area. If I scroll down a little way, I can see that this particular pupil has multiple sclerosis. I could see if there's any medical notes that are attached, or perhaps any events that have been recorded, and this will ensure the welfare of the child in my class, but also it could be notifications about the types of medication that they're on. It's a very useful area. So this brings us to the end of this particular look at the medical events area. In summary, the medical area of pupil details gives you the flexibility to record a wide variety of data about your pupils, which can support with safeguarding and welfare and also help to streamline your processes. It ensures that staff have access to key information where needed or requested, and is also held in a secure, permission-based environment which can help to support your GDPR requirements. More information can be found about adding medical information by accessing page 212 of the Managing Pupil Students Handbook, which is available from the SIMS Documentation Centre on the top right corner of your SIMS homepage, along with the Managing Lookups Quick Reference Sheet. Have you ever considered recording accidents, medication and immunisations in Sims? In our next session, we'll be looking at these scenarios along with some of the benefits it can bring your school. Thank you for your time.